Chit Chat and Wine with Chardonnay
and Cabrinella.
It's still Cabrinella's birthday month, by the way.
Yes, it is. Party, party, party.
Guys, thank you so much. If you are returning back, if you're coming back to episode 10, thank you for winding down with us every week for 10 weeks. We love you. If you're new, we love you too. Make sure you catch the other 9 episodes and really get to know us, and so you can get a flow of how our videos are.
Yes, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we drop a new Wind Down Wednesday every single Wednesday. So make sure to hit that notification bell so you never miss a Wind Down Wednesday with Chardonnay
and Cabrinella.
So we're super excited to bring you guys another bougie wine. This week's wine is called, I'm assuming, Amici.
Yeah. And what I like about Amici, reading about it, is that it's in Napa Valley, so it's a California wine.
Yeah.
And they have an estate, they have vineyards, so they do tastings on reserved wine. And that's something that we definitely want to do next year for Cabrinella's 40th birthday.
Yes.
But it is family owned, and another interesting thing that I liked is that it's aged in, I think it's French oak for a very long time, and maybe that's why it has 14.5 alcohol by volume. Did I say that right?
Maybe it does. Maybe that's why.
But it's pretty, it has a high, you know,
guys, this is a super exciting because we are loving our Napa Valley wines. We do hope to go there next year for my 40th. If you've had Amici or been to their vineyard, let us know below what you think. We'd love to hear your experience with the wine or with the vineyard. And yeah, this one's about 40 to 50 bucks. So we're bringing it in hot for y'all. Bringing it in hot for y'all. I have high expectations after last week.
Shoot, I'm about to start doing corking service. Is that what it's called? Cork service? Oh, sorry.
It's been a long day.
Clearly. Ready?
Cheers.
It's light. It's light.
So I had high expectations after drinking Rombauer last week, which was full body, dry, fragrance.
We don't compare.
Aromatic.
We don't compare.
All of these things. And the only reason why I am comparing is because these are our 2 top dollar bottles. If someone was like, hey, I'd like to get someone a nice bottle of wine for their birthday, I'm willing to spend a little bit more money. If you got them this, I don't think they would hate it. I'll give you my thumbs up on it. What I like about it is I did get a little heat in my chest. It's dry. The flavor is good, but it's not beautiful. It's not velvety and robust and full body. It's thin.
When I read that it was a full body, I was ready to down this thing, and then I realized it was so light. I didn't feel the burn like you did. I didn't, and but I give it a 6.
Yeah, I mean, for the price,
okay,
it almost makes you not want to. I think.
Listen, I will drink anything. Anything. I will drink this bottle. This bottle's gonna go. Okay, so I'm not picky, but
I'm not gonna give it a thumbs down at all. I'm just, for meeting my personal expectations, it missed the mark a little bit, and I know I can get cheaper wines with more flavor. However, sometimes wines, not to compare, but to compare. Rombauer, what I loved is like the next day, you could really tell the quality of the wine by how I felt the next day. And I never really feel like wine bothers me, but I felt good the next day. Yeah. It was amazing.
Hey, 1924 is also very good for a low price wine that also has what we're looking for.
Yeah, that is a good one. So I like it, but for 40, 50 bucks, I might not get it again.
I could use it to finish buying my son's back to school stuff.
I know, dude. Goodness gracious.
So the kids are back in school. Chardonnay and Cabrinella have been freaking busy. 9th grade for both of our boys. How was your week?
Oh my gosh, I feel like a chicken with my head cut off. I had a laundry to-do list, a laundry list of things to do, that I seem to keep adding things on there and pushing my list further and further down. So I'm really thankful for this glass of wine right now because I need it.
Absolutely. I feel the same way. I've been running around here and there. Robbie's obsessed with TJ Maxx, so you told him to go there and check it out. He went there, found a whole bunch of t-shirts. There's no uniforms in high school. They come from wearing uniforms to not wearing uniforms. So I think that's been a little overwhelming for me because I hate going into stores. I really do, because then I want to buy stuff for me, but I can't. I get anxiety. I'm like, why am I here?
I'm excited. So far, so good. The kids are seeming to have a good experience for the first weeks. I'm very happy about that.
Me too.
And it kind of is like making me reminisce of high school.
Well, before we reminisce about us, I'm super excited that my son joined a sport.
Yes.
Actually, he joined 3 of them.
He's like from 0 to 100.
So I'm very excited for him because as we reminisce, you'll see why. But tell me about your back in the days.
Girl, high school for me was really good. I had a very successful high school career. But the funny thing was, the whole time I was in high school, I couldn't wait to get out. I played sports all through high school. I was on the track team and I played women's basketball. I was a football manager and a student trainer. And so I have a huge passion for football, and my son's playing football this year. And I signed up for the Booster Club and I'm doing the chain. I'm a chain gang for every single home game. I was so happy. But, and when I was in high school, I was football homecoming queen.
Hey!
My senior year. So I'm a homecoming queen. I was in...
Show them that picture. Show them that picture.
Student. I was in student reaching and teaching other students. So I was a peer mediator, which is kind of ironic because prior to high school, I had really bad like conflict resolution, and I had done some, I guess, self-training, and I learned how to manage my anger and manage my responses to people, and it really translated and put me in leadership roles in school. And I was also in the Future Business Leaders of America, and I ran the school store.
Okay, now. I used to love the school store.
Yep.
I used to beg my mom for money so I can go to the store. Give me like $1. I would be like buying like erasers. 25 cents each. I am.
Yes, I would do the school store, and my senior year I was part of like I don't even remember what the name of the class was, but we did like the news for the school when it turned on. It was, I was doing everything in high school. I had so much going on, I barely remember any of it. I remember that I wanted to leave, and I think I just wiped a lot of it from my memory.
Who didn't want to leave high school though? I was ready to leave high school like in 10th grade.
Yeah. What was it like for you?
Well, high school up to like 10th grade, I would say later in 10th grade. But when I first started 9th grade, I was still my innocent self, and I was very excited about going into a new school. I was excited, but I wasn't excited because I had told everybody that I used to talk to a lot of boys, and I would be like, well, I'm going to this school. I'm going to this because they used to lie about my age. I used to say that I was older. So then I made my mom put me in like a smaller school where none of the guys I was talking to went to.
But let me stop you right there.
But just
prior to her saying all of this, she said, back when I was in my innocent days, and now she's stating that she had multiple boyfriends.
Well, I just told guys that I was older than I really was. Like, I would tell them I was 15, I was already in high school. My ass was just going into high school, So I was excited about going to a school where nobody knew me. Well, people knew me, like my friends, but like none of the older people knew me.
Yeah.
So I made a lot of friends. I made so many friends like the first day. I'm very talkative, as you can see. I can't shut up. This video's gonna be freaking longer than we probably wanted to. But I did join a dance club, and I used to stay after school like for extra tutoring because I really was interested in going into college. Nice. And then something happened down the road, and I just thought I was grown, and I didn't take high school seriously anymore. And I feel like I missed out on so much, and I missed out on friendships that I could have really built on down the road, especially in my adult years. And I'm excited for Robbie because now he gets to do it the right way. And I get to be a volunteer and a parent teacher. Well, not a parent teacher, but a parent volunteer. I'm asking to be part of the prom committee. Yes, I am. I'm going to prom. Yes, I am. If you're part of the prom committee, yes,
Honey,
you can.
your son is a freshman. Unless a senior or a junior invites him, he can't go.
Okay, it doesn't matter, but I need to be part of the club. I need to be already be like a legend. By the time he gets to be a senior, they're all gonna know.
So you're
me.
gonna be the president of it.
How do I do that? We gotta talk later. We'll talk later.
So that's funny you should say that. With my kids, I want to be there for them. I want to be as much of kind of vicariously living through their high school experience because I don't know. Like I said, it was just such a blur. I barely remember high school, and I just had my 20-year class reunion that I didn't get to attend because it was on the same day as my kids' orientation for school. But I'm 20 years removed from high school. That's freaking crazy. I've been out of high school longer than I was
in it. 20 years. It's crazy.
I'm still 20. I don't even know how the heck this happens. But I would say for the majority of my high school career was positive. Let's give two memories from high school. One, the best, like one of your, not best, but like a top memory, like one of the cool things.
Okay.
And then let's give like one of the horror stories.
Okay.
All right, you go.
First is, so I was in the 9th grade and I was babysitting my dad's friend's daughter. And I also wanted to go to this dance. They didn't know I was going to this dance because I'm the type of person that apologizes instead of asking for permission. So I'm looking at the little girl and she's probably like maybe 6. So then my friends end up picking me up and I take her with me. I was like, you cannot tell nobody that you came here with me, okay? So we went to the dance. She was there in the dance floor busting it down with me. Me and the little girl the little girl's down yo, I had a blast. I think that was like a top moment. Everybody was like, look at Tracy with her babysitting, bringing the baby to work.
Oh my gosh.
And I have a picture because it was so infamous, nobody could believe it. So one of my friends took a picture. Like, no, this bitch.
Tracy has her priorities straight. She's like, I'm getting that money and I'm going to the party.
I'm going to that party.
There was literally no crossing the line between priorities and having a good time. She was like, I'm doing both.
Yeah, I thought I was grown.
She's doing both.
What was the other memory you wanted me to
like a horror story?
Okay. Well, this is like going into high school. Does that count?
If you want it to count, it's your story.
It's 8th grade. Like, I'm literally going into high school. And this is like when I'm like at the top of my game. Because you have to understand, my high school is more like in my adult years. And I didn't really do a lot of high school. I didn't really do a lot of school. But right when I was about to, I was basically the president. I was the valedictorian for the 8th grade. And I was supposed to speak. And that morning, I ended up going to a mental institution. And I couldn't even speak. And that, to me, I was so embarrassed because I'm like, wow, what are my classmates going to think? I'm like the cheery, positive, best dressed, popular, happy-go-lucky, and
all of a sudden,
I'm the type of girl that I for culture, there was a culture class, not a culture class, a culture project that we had to do. I didn't want to write anything. I dressed up like how my culture dresses up when they do certain dances, cultural dances, and I went and I danced for my project.
There you go.
And guess what? I got an A, and I didn't have to write, like very minimal. My presentation was me.
I think that fits you perfectly, Tracy, and I would not have you change for nothing in the world.
So that was, to me, that was like my most, like it hurt me.
Yeah.
And I felt like my life would have gone differently if I didn't do what I did to lead to where I ended up at. I think that changed the whole course of my life.
Yeah.
If I would have spoke, I would have, who knows, bitch? I wouldn't be here sitting with you right now.
Well, good thing you did then.
How about you?
Well, I was homecoming queen. That was pretty cool. And the one fun thing about that was there were a bunch of mind you, everybody was friends. It wasn't like anything crazy, but when I found out I won homecoming queen, I couldn't believe it because they were I was up against cheerleaders and, I felt like we were all cool, but they were a little cooler than me. I'm not.
Girl, you're cool, bitch, please.
I'm just saying, whatever. So I couldn't believe it. I was so thrilled. But one of my most fun memories, and this is more of showing you how much of a nerd I am, I went to a biology camp in the Florida Keys during my senior year for a week, and that was so fun.
That is cool.
That was one of my favorite high school memories. We did a lot of fun things because I was in those clubs and playing basketball. But I have a few horror stories. So I'm just gonna give you the worst one because it left me in school by the police. Before I tell this story, I am not proud, and also I am proud. So I'm both. 9th grade year, I was in this weird headspace. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with my life. I wasn't all the way invested into high school yet, and I was just kind of queen of attitude, And I thought I thought my shit didn't stink. I thought I was really cute. All of it, okay? And I was attitude. My sisters used to use me as an adjective to describe how they are. They're like, don't make me go Courtney Johnson on your ass. That's my maiden name. And so my freshman year of high school, this girl didn't like me. She's dating my ex-boyfriend, and I didn't care because if he was an ex, how about it? And I'm in 9th grade. I'm in gym. And back in school, we didn't have uniforms, but we had a dress code. So you had to wear a collared shirt with your shirt tucked in. And I'm sitting over there on the bleachers with my friends. And at this stage of my life, I think I'm all that. Can't tell me nothing. I'm cute and I'm fun and fuck what you heard. I wasn't really invested in high school yet, in terms of knowing what I wanted to do and being all the way locked in. So I was queen of attitude, queen of you can't tell me shit. And so that's my personality, that's my mindset at the time. I just had to start with that. Plus my mindset was
shit, that's my mindset now.
Yeah, but my mindset was also it was all of this. So this girl is dating my ex-boyfriend, who I literally did not care about. And he still liked me and he was obsessed with me. I'm sorry, I'm saying it's the truth. And so she didn't like me. But mind you, I didn't even have a relationship with this girl. I didn't care about her one way or another. And my friend overhears her talking to her friend about, look at that bitch over there painting her nails. She thinks she's all that.
Your friend should have fucked her up right then and there.
No, because my friend was little and she wasn't aggressive or a fighter at all. And she's been my friend. She was also one of my first friends. So she comes over and she's like, hey, Courtney, she's over there. I'm not going to say her name. She's over there talking about you. And I'm like, I don't really care. If they can't say it to my face, then whatever. So one of her friends overhears her telling me what she said. And even though it was literally not even a big deal, she confronts my friend in the bathroom, tries to get in her face. And I'm thinking to myself, if you have a problem with me, why are you attacking my friend?
Exactly.
My friend is all of 5'1", and this girl's probably 5'3", okay? I'm 5'5", but I always wore heels in high school, so I was 5'7". And so we're standing there and she's trying to talk crap to my friend, and I'm like, girl, if you have a problem with me, then just say it to my face. Why are you in my friend's face? And she's like, whatever, bitch, you ain't doing nothing. I was like, whatever, say it to my face. And she's like, whatever, you ain't doing nothing. I said, say it to my face. Say it to my face. We were doing all of this back in the day. So she literally gives me the babiest tap to my cheek. And my mom gave me a rule. She says, you can't hit first, but if they hit you, best believe it. I popped her, bow, like that in her eye.
Woo!
And then she fell to the ground, and all her friends were like right there, and they're
We
like,
do not condone violence.
not even a little bit. And my kids will not ever let you.
But Courtney will knock you the fuck out.
So she's on the ground. Her friends are hyping her up. They're like, fight her. And I'm like, girl, you better stay down. And I kick her. I'm like, stay down. The hell? And the gym teacher comes running over and he like grabs me. And we have cameras in the school. So our school had a no tolerance for violence, like for fighting, no matter who started it. So we were both taken to the administration and they called the police and we were arrested.
Were you really arrested? Were they playing?
They dropped the charges. No, we went to the police station. I had to get like literally booked a little bit. Yeah. And my mom was there before the police even got to the school. She was so mad. She's like, this girl's been harassing her, because she had been like talking about me. And I'm very close with my mom, so I tell her when things are going on. And she always says like, hey, let them talk, let them talk. But if they put their hands on you, then you put your hands back on them.
That's right.
So, unfortunately, I had to. And this was 1 week before school let out for summer, and we were supposed to take our finals the next week. So I got suspended from school for a week, and I had to come back in the summertime.
Not you.
Yes, at the end of my 9th grade year. And the funny thing is, we both had to come back to school to take our finals when school let out. And I'm in the library and I'm sitting there all ready to take my finals. She walks in and she still had a black eye.
Damn.
Last time
That's the last time she
anybody
said
ever
anything.
messed with me. That's not the last time anybody ever messed with me.
Cheers to that, boo.
It was the last time I had to punch somebody in the face. Ever since then, though, I had become student teaching and reaching students, stars, and I was a peer mediator, and I changed my ways 100%. And I do not condone violence for any reason other than self-defense. And honestly, in that situation, I instigated it a little bit when I reflect back on it. And
You were in 9th grade.
yeah, but it's still
You're
not.
like 14, 15 years old.
Tracy, stop. You cannot make excuses for me, because let me tell you something. My daughter went through a similar circumstance, and I had pre-educated her on these scenarios, and she was so much better than me. When these girls confronted my daughter in high school to attempt to fight her and engage her in like physical contact, she said, no, I have goals. You are not gonna mess up my goals. And she reported them, and the administration took care of the problem, and she didn't have to worry about it, and she does not feel bad about it, because
That
she
is
did
the right thing to do. She did the right thing.
Yeah.
She absolutely did.
I wish I had that mindset.
guidance.
Just the mindset, you know, like if it's one thing you're out and on your own time, but school is no place for these kind of things. So that's probably my horror story.
That's a great horror story, actually. I enjoyed it.
Okay, guys, we want to hear from you.
Let us know any high school horror or great memory stories that you would like to share. I would love to read them and laugh.
I want to hear your horror stories. Drop your comments below. We're going to post some pictures of us in high school so you can see what we look
She
like.
wants to know about your good memories too, guys.
Yeah,
She wants to know about your good
or the
memories
good
too.
ones, whatever. But the horror stories were fun. Also, guys, we're on the hunt for our next week's wine. So, what should we try?
Yes.
Drop your comments below. If you want to buy us a bottle, you know how to do it. You know how to do it.
Right there, Cash App.
Yeah.
It's right there.
If you made it all the way to the end of this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and cheers.